Welcome back to another episode of Seminoles Sideline 365. Sorry, a little tongue-tied on the weekend here. But this is going to be a short segment. We're going to go through a little rumor buzz that's been going around the past week or so. So we're going to be talking about quickly a kid named Austin Reed. He's popped up into the transfer portal as of February 23rd. And you may have seen it, his name come up on your Discord, fan blog, whatever community you follow Florida State. But I've been following this kid a little bit. He comes from the University of West Florida. He started out of Southern Illinois University, transferred out of there pretty quickly, and then found himself at Division II, University of West Florida in Pensacola, and immediately, as a redshirt freshman, led them to a national championship, really lighting it up there. His 2020 season got canceled due to COVID, and then this past season passed for over 3,400 yards, and I believe 38 TDs, leading them to a Gulf South championship or a co-championship there, and then also being named to a finalist to the Harlan Hill Trophy, which is equivalent, basically the Heisman Trophy or the best player in Division II, which is an amazing achievement for a player like that. So this is someone that has kind of popped up as a potential transfer portal player that Florida State may look at to come to the locker room and lift up the talent level there. Because as we've talked about in prior episodes, Florida State is looking to improve upon what they have there. And is it something that, a player like this can come in, provide leadership, provide real life game experience, even if it's not at the highest level, and bring an immediate lift. And if something does happen to Travis, he can come in and be game ready for it, even if he comes in late in the spring. Right now, he's already had a couple of offers, Western Kentucky, New Mexico, and he's also getting called interest from Ole Miss and bigger programs like that, Appalachian State. So they're starting to get some, power 4, power 5 conferences starting to talk to him. I don't believe Florida State has been in direct contact in terms of getting him on campus. He's starting to schedule his visits for the next 2 weekends. But he has had some of the coaches had followed him on Twitter. The quarterbacks coach for Florida State has followed him as of, I believe, the last couple of weeks, which is interesting. But one of the things I will caveat on this, I would put his transfer potential of coming to Florida State at about less than 5% right now. And the reason I said that is that based on his interviews with 24/7 Sports, it sounds like that he is looking to immediately start. And I don't think that, you come up, you transfer up from Division II, and you want to sit on the bench. You obviously are looking for a shot to shine and show to see if your skills translate to the highest level of college football. And so based on his interviews and him saying, I want to compete, I want to play, I don't think he's willing to come to Florida State and sit behind Jordan Travis unless Mike Norvell, Coach Torks says, we're willing to give you a shot to compete with Jordan Travis. But I don't think they're saying that. And I don't think that's realistic to say a kid that comes in, spring is going to be able to compete for a starting job. He would have to be willing to sit behind Jordan, with that agreement. You sit behind Jordan this year, you can compete next year. Unless, Jordan gets hurt and then, you're QB2 essentially. But I think he's going to have better offers than that. I think more larger schools will come into play here. Maybe he gets a shot at Ole Miss. I would personally love to have a kid like this. He's a Florida kid. He should be easy to get on campus at least once, sell him on the program, sell him on the, the potential to sit a year and get into the system or potentially be that key backup that this program's looking for. But I think in his best interest, he's going to look to go to potentially a smaller school in Division I FBS and get immediate playing time and shows what he's got. So that's a quick recap. Austin Reed, look him up. I think he'll be a kid to watch either way. Local kid in Florida that you'll want to watch. You may have heard of. If you live in Pensacola, you probably root for him anyway. But it would be a cool story to have a kid like this come in. I put it at less than 5% right now, unless things dramatically change and he gets sold on the idea of sitting for a year and being a backup. So that's it for tonight. Have a great rest of your weekend. Stay tuned for our tight end breakdown that's coming up as our next live episode. And we'll come back with more news. Take care.